We are back with another podcast, February 2nd, 2021. And, I'm feeling good. How y'all feeling?
We chilling. I'm chilling.
Chilling?
Feeling great.
Okay, let's get a roll call up in here. Low.
Hmm.
All right. We got Mos,
It was good.
and then we got my boy Rello. And so,
What's up?
before we start off on the topic of the podcast today, we are going to do a little tribute for Black History Month. And so by doing that, we're gonna talk about black figures just in general. One Each of us picks one black figure that has been influential in our life, and we just give a little spiel about why they have been influential in our lives. So, who want to go first? Let me know. Talk to me.
I can go first. Yeah.
All right, hit us, Most. Hit us.
So she's not really like influential to me, but she's definitely had like an impact on me when like you like see her like journey, and like how she's grown as a star. So, I mentioned this off podcast, but my person is Cicely Tyson. She recently passed away. She was a African American actress. She was 96 years old. She was super duper old. And if anybody has watched like a majority of the famous like African American lead role films or shows like How to Get Away with Murder or The Help or Medea's Family Reunion, she's been in those movies. And she was in, and what's so inspiring about her for me is that what she's been through as a black woman, you know what I'm saying? We all know in this chat that black women literally have it the worst in society. So like her being born within like the 1920s, you know what I'm saying, going through Jim Crow and literally like the KKK and the front lines of racism, and surviving and going through all the trauma that she faced in her life and being able to still be successful and still have that impact on many young black women and children within her life. I think that's just really powerful. Even if you don't know her full story, just seeing how she lived and seeing the content on her face and just seeing how powerful and how straight she stood, like how tall she stood and how much confidence she had on her back despite everything she went through, it's just really powerful. So that's why I chose Cicely Tyson.
Okay. Okay. All right. I like that. Who's next?
I'll go next.
Okay, hit us.
So, so I'm doing the weekend.
Okay.
That's my figure for right now.
Talk to
There
me.
you
And
go.
but I'm doing the weekend because like seeing his come up, right? Seeing his come up and just seeing like where he is now, I and just like his music in general for me. Um, and like he's not a historical black figure. You know what I'm saying?
No, gotta be
But like
historical.
I know that, but I'm just saying like I feel like down the line, the stuff that he's doing now is going to get remembered. And I feel like because he's like especially like with the Grammys, right?
Mhm.
I feel like that whole situation is going to bring more attention to just like black people and the music industry and stuff like that, you know, because like he really got robbed of his Grammy that he should have been nominated for.
For real.
Um, and then just seeing him make it to Super Bowl, like this is about to be like the biggest performance of his life.
For
Just
sure.
seeing like where he came up from to see him from now, and to just see like the influence that he's made, like even on like Forbes, um, and like Rolling Stone, because I think like now he's like one of the most like I think he's like I'm not sure he's number one, but he's one of the most wealthiest people now. And Forbes like they had to like change like the list because he like kept rising on the list. So I feel like the Weeknd's gonna become like one of those influential people really like down in the future after like his career is done.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Um, Shoot. Wow. Okay. So, right. All right. So before, I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, I have a ton of like people who are influential to me, whether it's sports, whether it's other aspects of life. I'm not even gonna cap to you. And before, I was gonna do my man's Pastor Michael Todd, most
Mhm.
for Transformation Church, and I watch him on YouTube all the
Sure.
time, and I was really like, um sent on him, but um, when Rello said, I don't know why, but Rello said Forbes, and
Mm,
that automatically reminded me of Kanye
mm,
because
Yeah, yeah.
I'm pretty sure Kanye has a net worth of like $1 billion. I'm pretty
Mm-hmm.
sure. Let me see. Yeah, so 3.2
Yeah.
billion, right? And so Kanye has been like extremely influential to me, bro, because it's just like nobody understands him and nobody understands his vision. And regardless of, people not understanding him and like, labeling him as a crazy person or, he needs help and all this extra stuff, like he's still doing better than like literally anybody that criticizes him. So it's
mm.
just, and he's a musical genius. He is, and he just does so many things, and like, people don't really like understand like his thought process and his avenues, but I see what he's doing, and I see like it's not like he's doing anything out of like hatred or like spite, or like he's trying to make changes, but people don't want to see these these changes because they don't want to hear him talk about what he has to talk about. They really don't.
Mhm.
And so like, like when he came out with that whole like gospel album, that was huge.
Mhm.
But ain't nobody really want to bump that though, because it's not what Kanye usually talks about though. And it's just, Kanye is he has a lot going on right now. I ain't even gonna cap to you. He got a whole divorce on his head, and that's a whole mess. And like, but he got a lot on his
All his
mental.
kids.
But you said what?
I said with all his kids in it too.
All his kids in it.
Sure.
I mean, nobody wants that, but you know, um, everything that Kanye does is like it's not. He's doing it for black people, but then they're just like, oh, you're not for us, and blah 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 blah, and all this extra stuff. So, but yeah, bro. The moral of the story is like Kanye's able to like disregard what anybody says, and like one of his best quotes, because I was watching his interview with David Letterman, and like he was like, people want like the craziest thing, like the newest technology or the newest of new or something like groundbreaking or something like that. And like he's like, well, if you want those things, then you're not gonna get those things from somebody who is sane, like a not crazy person. Like some of the most wealthiest people, like Elon Musk, is a complete weirdo. Like
That
Yeah.
is mad true, yo.
he's a complete weirdo. Jeff
For real.
Bezos is some bald dude. He's a weirdo, bro. They're just weird people, but they're the most richest people in the world. So, and they created inventions and stuff, and just like some of our world's most brilliant minds, um, are crazy. They are crazy. And so like I just feel like Kanye just gets too much criticism for him being him, and that he really inspires me to for me to truly be me and not listen to what other people think, because if he listens to what other people think, he ain't going to be in the billionaire category. And so
Mm.
that's why Kanye is influential and inspirational for me.
I guess it's on me now, huh?
Yes, sir.
Mm. It's funny because I thought about Kanye too in my head for a quick second too. I was thinking about that, but we all know I listen to a lot of music.
Mm.
Everybody here listens to a lot of music, especially rap music. Well, excluding one person.
Yeah.
Um, I didn't really have anybody planned, but I did end up choosing X
Mm.
because out of the most recent years, he has been one of the black people that has inspired me the most for sure, whether it be through his music or some of the messages that he was sending, you know, as he was going through his transformation. That is one very inspiring thing I feel like he left for the
Yeah.
world before his,
Mm.
unfortunate death. Rest in peace. Um, to see somebody transform from something just non-productive to like immediately trying to help everybody and leaving all these messages behind is very inspiring. You think that, oh, once a criminal, always a criminal, or once a thug, always a thug, or some shit like that. But like he really was trying to turn his life around for the better. You know, he inspired people before his death and still inspires people to this day, whether they're in the industry or out. He's always his message is always being passed around and carried around,
Yeah.
regardless of whether he's here in this moment with us or not. And I think the message he left behind for everybody is a very inspirational thing. And I still look back to it every now and again, just him and the different things he would say in his lives. I've seen a live of his father talking about him, Ski talking about him, just a whole shit list of people, how he inspired them. P&B Rock was, talking about him at one point too. And it really is crazy how much one person can touch so many other people's lives, even regardless of what the public in general is saying about them. Because even after his death, people still have negative connotations of who he was
Mhm.
because of, the allegations that were passed around him. Like, I can't lie like it's not there. I mean, to for every good side, there's a bad side to it. You know what I'm saying? You can pick on whatever you want to pick on. I'm not acting like he didn't do bad shit. He definitely did. But it's the fact that he tried to change his life around for the better and then try and help everybody else out after that is the inspiring part to me.
Mm.
I definitely, bruh, like, there's this one song that he's on with, like, on Trippy's album. He's at the end of it, and, like, it's, like, one of his lives, and they're playing it. And so I looked up his live, and I, like, watched the whole entire thing of him talking, and it was just, like, X what I hate the fact that, like, when you make a mistake, you're just labeled as like a bad guy, and like you can't bounce
Forever.
back from that. And that's so dumb, because it's just like we all make mistakes and people make mistakes. It's just that, unfortunately, when you're a celebrity, or like, it really a celebrity, and you make a mistake, your mistake that you make is under a magnifying glass, and like it sticks with you longer than like the average person. Like, if a celebrity lies, then like that sticks harder than as if like some random dude lied. And
For real.
at the end of the day, like, they're still people, and like it's just not fair. And like X is like so inspirational to many people, like, and he touches on many things. He touches on like mental health, and I'm big on that for sure. And because, like, you know like I said, people make mistakes, and like I don't think it's fair for X, because he was such a good person, bro. He did so many like wonderful things, like, for his community, and I think he's just another result of like just being misunderstood and all that. And so, I also agree he is inspirational. But these are our picks. Next podcast should be in the month of February also, so we're also going to do it again for the next one. But
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't get that memo.
Yeah, we're doing we'll discuss it later. But anyways, uh we'll discuss it later. But we're gonna get to the main topic, the main course of the podcast today. And most let us know, talk to us. What's the main topic for today?
Bro, listen, keep it on. After what recently just happened, bro, with the stock market and everything, trading sites just shutting down, just stopping people from trading. And that's just one example. But this just brings up a question. Do we, as lower class citizens, right, or middle class citizens, whatever you want to call us, do we actually have power in this society? And if we do, like, how much power do we even have?
Shoot, I ain't even gonna hold it. I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. I used to think we did, but then, like, once I realized like how much control the government has over like absolutely everything, and we're not even gonna get too political in this, but once I realized that the government has a ton of control on like almost anything that you do, especially when it comes to money, it was just like it, there's no power, there's not much power, and like there's not much control. I mean, there's certain things that you can control, but after what I witnessed with the stocks and everything that was going on, I was like, no, 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 there's not control, and that really changed my whole perspective, especially because a lot of black people are in poverty. That's no cap. Like that's the truth. And
Yep.
so, I had this belief that, black people, especially like half of the black people, not all of them, but there's a good amount that could actually go and do something and make a change and make a difference and, take advantage of opportunities. But after what I witnessed and after everything that's been going on for these not just past week, but this past couple months, I realized like this game is a little unfair. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It really is unfair because of everything. And, I don't want to, dwell too deep into it because then like, but it's just no, we don't have as much power as I believe we did. We don't. That's my take on it for real.
I halfway agree with you and halfway don't. I don't believe we have much power as individuals. I believe that we do have a lot of power if we choose to come together. I mean, look at the example with how they made the stock market rise.
Right. Okay.
I mean, we could exploit things as, regular people coming together to do shit like that. I mean, of course, it's going to be regulated, and that part is unfair. But if we continue to end up breaking the system, something's going to have to change.
Right.
But the issue about that is the fact that getting people, a large group of people together on one thing is really fucking hard. Especially when our own country is still divided on shit. Like, look at what happened in the White House.
That's true, bro.
Like, somebody goes in the office and then, a bunch of people go and fucking raid the place and people are still talking about that shit. Like, we can't even agree on simple things, let alone somebody's fucking rights. And we're supposed to, get together and break a system? Like, that's way too complicated for motherfuckers that can't even decide if we should live. We, as in the four of us. Like, that's just that's why I do agree with Dom to some extent. It's like, for the fact that we probably will never fully be together on one topic unless it's like shit, not even if it's like life endangering.
Nope. Can't even agree on that, bro.
Right. Like, exactly. There will always be two different sides, at least, to some fucking topic, no matter what it is, whether or not our lives are in danger. So, with that being said, we really don't have the power we should have.
Okay. Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I feel like we do have, like Dom said, like we have power, but it's so limited and it's kept in this little box. And that we really can't do what we should be able to. Like, Lo, you gave a great example of like us being divided as a whole community. Whether it's on certain topics or politics or even like littlest things like what we eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that divides us, bruh. And like, if we were all together, our power to assemble would just be extremely higher than it is right now. And like you said, once we assemble, we can fuck with the system. Just like how everybody came together on Reddit And one person started talking, everybody came together, and then now GameStop, AMC, they all going crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, no, I definitely agree with that, bro.
But the thing about it, bro, is like regardless of how many people you get together and like, you know what I'm saying, you band together, you could band together a bunch of people, and we've seen this time after time after time again within a year. You can see, like, you can band a whole bunch of people together and it'll all be checked by the people in like the government. And so like at that point it's like, does it really even matter?
Right.
Does it matter? Does it matter if like we break the system and raise GameStop and make hedge funders lose a whole bunch of money, and break AMC and raise it up by like $15? Does it matter at the end of the day? Because it's going to get regulated and it's going to get checked. So if our actions or the things that we do are constantly just getting checked all the time, then what's the point?
Well, in that sense, I believe we do have some power because the government needs us to run. Without us, what the hell are they going to regulate? There's nothing to regulate if you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just to me the thing is like, even if everybody right now, even if there was like a fucking world notice or like a countrywide notice, like, yo, stop doing this to stop supporting the government until they change such and such. That's not going to happen. There's going to be a good amount of people that continue on like nothing is going on. Like, we just can't get, it's hard to come to a decision as an entire group of people to tear down one thing, because I believe we could tear it down. I believe that we could make changes. I truly do. But getting to that point is literally unimaginable. I don't even know how the fuck that would happen. That we don't even have a spokesperson for anybody that's big enough to even get a one group of people together. Like, I'm gonna use Martin Luther King for example, which I'm surprised nobody in here said. I thought somebody's gonna say it.
No, I didn't. I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to be the one.
That's just like the elephant in the room type of.
I mean,
no distance to Martin Luther King, but I mean, like,
everybody be saying Martin Luther King. I'm trying to be different.
Exactly. Exactly.
You trying to be different, but I mean, if he had an influence, he had an influence.
I mean, he
did GOAT. Have an influence,
GOAT, though. He is the GOAT.
I was gonna say he is the GOAT,
He's a
but
solidified GOAT, yo.
He is the GOAT, but I didn't want to do Martin Luther
King. He top 3, and he not number 2 or number 3. So I mean,
but he was a natural leader. Like, he was able to group tons of people together for one cause. Like, who's gonna do that in modern day times?
Nobody. We don't have a leader.
Bro, I really feel like I really feel like I don't think that's possible anymore. And the reason why I say that is because, like, not only is it difficult to get a bunch of people on the same page, it's very difficult to get a bunch of people behind one person, because it's mad people out here that just like would ride for a dude or a girl or whatever, or ride for a person, but then there's like, all it takes is one person to be like, nah, I'm not riding with that dude, and then a bunch of other people just hop on the bandwagon just because.
Not only that, but cancel culture.
Cancel culture is
cancel culture is toxic.
Started, yeah.
Toxic.
Next thing you know, they say one bad thing about the person. Oh, that's enough reason not to side with them ever again.
Exactly.
That shit could be the fakest shit ever.
Period.
That shit could be so untrue, bro, that it literally smacks you in the face when you read that shit. Yet somehow enough people will believe it to the point that they start losing credibility. Then what the fuck do you do? Like, motherfuckers was attacking J. Cole for no reason. They will attack anybody. There's some vultures on the internet. You would think with the internet the shit would be easier because you have more of a platform to reach everybody in the world. Yet somehow that shit has made it even harder for people to get together. That doesn't make sense. It's supposed to be a social interaction on the internet. Where's like
nah though. I think we do. I mean, even though it makes it harder, like when people being toxic like that, I think we actually do have a lot of power in social media though. Like, of course, that's like implied and like
no, people are mad bipolar, bro. No,
no, we do
as in we or celebrities.
People are mad bipolar, bro.
That's a good question.
And you gotta remember, bro. People will say one thing when they're typing on the internet, then it's a whole different.
A whole different thing in person.
Exactly. Yep. Because everybody wanted to post those black screens, but where to support?
Exactly. That is true.
Everybody was throwing up the black screens, but when they was raiding the White House, where was they at?
Whoa. Huh?
I mean, look, not the White House. I'm so sorry. I'm so ignorant, bro. I'm so sorry.
He said when they was raiding.
Look, it's all the same to me. I ain't gonna
raiding one of the motherfucking big ass buildings, bro. It don't matter which one. It's the fact that the shit happened.
The white building.
Yeah. That one right there.
Yo, what?
Look, y'all motherfuckers know what we talking about. It's on the fucking news. If you don't know what the hell we talking about, where the hell you been?
Hey, yo. But nah, though. I mean, even if all right, so now when we're talking about celebrities, of course, celebrities have a lot more power on social media just because they're celebrities. But like when it comes to lower class people, in terms of like social status, I mean, it requires the power to band together. Even though like we're not physical, we still need to like all come under the same idea. But I feel like that's a lot easier to do in social media because it's a lot less. You don't have to do so much convincing. You know what I'm saying? Like all it takes is a 10-second video, and then I'm like, all right, yeah, I agree. I'm gonna repost it. You know?
Hey, bro, I'm gonna let you know something right now.
Like,
if you don't got no Benjamins in your pocket, your opinion don't matter. And I'm gonna be real with you.
The thing about that is they might agree with you for one video, but like, are they gonna continue to follow and support you after that? Because most of the motherfuckers only like be looking at your shit if it's on their timeline.
Yeah.
So if your video go, viral one moment, you might get 6 fucking, likes or retweets or whatever the fuck you on, the next time. It don't mean nothing.
I mean, I'll double tap it, but like to repost it. Look, I agree, but I don't want everybody knowing that I agree.
It's true. Nah. It's a lot of people like that, and I feel like that's another good thing, bro. Like that right there is another reason why we've lost some of the power that we have when it comes to social media, because people are so hesitant to publicly agree or publicly disagree. I mean, that's a loss of power right there.
Like, just be real with me, bro. Like, if you mess with me, you do. If not, okay, I understand that. But like, don't be hiding it. That's the thing, because they'll be fake about it. They'll be fake about it because they'll be like they'll double tap it, but when something go down in the streets, they quiet. They don't want to be the odd one out. And no, social media is just not a reliable source for us, bro. If anything, I really feel like it has hindered our ability to come together, bro. It really has. It really has
because it's so easy to share your opinion that it's so easy to counter what somebody else is saying.
Especially Instagram, bro. You can literally flood your timeline of people that just agree with the way you think. You're not flooding your timeline with people who don't agree with the way you think.
I mean, it's shit on any social media platform. You could do that.
Exactly.
I mean, that's true, but like, I mean, that's still like, even though it's people who only agree with the way you think, that's still like a group coming together. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's
a group of racist people coming together.
Been there, done that.
Let me know.
Yo, mask on.
Just let me know.
That's the last thing we need.
That's
Hey,
I'm just
yo.
saying, like, you know, let's not beat around the bush. If it's like racist people got an agenda and they follow a bunch of racist people on the internet, what the hell you think gonna happen? Now we just talking about a modern version of the fucking KKK. Like,
Virtually.
The verse, hey, COVID.
COVID
Like-
edition. Oh my gosh. Jeez. But I
But yeah.
mean, nah, bruh. I really do believe that social media has hindered our ability to come together, bruh. And it's just, it really does suck. And like, a lot of celebrities even don't want to say anything because
their reputation.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And can you even get mad at them for that though?
Nah.
Like some
You got-
have, like, could you imagine if like just say hypothetically, bruh, Jay-Z was like, nah, I agree with Trump. He might as well just burn his money because he's gonna be losing bread.
I tell you what, he won't be a billionaire no more.
Take his ass right off the phone.
I don't know.
But I mean,
a lot of white people would be happy with that.
But I mean, that question could be asked with Kanye though,
What you mean?
because Kanye was a Trump supporter and all that. Like that man
Kanye
was
different though. He been different from the jump though.
Yeah, Kanye
I mean,
and Jay-Z
yeah, but I
have
mean, I'm
two
just saying.
different, like,
I mean, I get that they have two different reputations. I was just saying the question could still be asked because I mean, like a lot of people stop fucking with
I mean,
Kanye.
his stuff is like, his fan support is like 50-50 though, bro. They rock with him when they want to rock with him. You know?
people just
No.
be going Kanye crazy and then move on. And when he
Be
put out
like,
some
yo,
shit, they
this
start
is
liking it again.
exquisite.
Not
Like, I wasn't
exquisite.
just saying he was crazy 2 months ago.
Right, like, so I mean, and he's just been known to just be quote unquote crazy. Like, he's never been like an inside the box type of person. So I mean, like, it'd be different if it was like J. Cole that was doing things that Kanye did. Then everybody be like, all right, J. Cole, you wildin'. But like, we knew that about Kanye. Like, he's always been bold with his decisions. But people like Jay-Z who have a solid side, you know, he's not gonna get the backlash or he's not gonna get criticized unless he does make a decision, you know, that's wild. So
And another thing about social media is it's real easy for people to just make a bunch of fake accounts just to fuck with your shit too.
extremely easy.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, there's a lot of stuff that you could post that's fake. You could start a rumor easy.
Quick to tear somebody ass down and no work.
I mean, that's true, but hey, that's the power. Look, lower class citizens, you know, if I'm saying we can start a rumor about, you know, Elon Musk. Boom.
Nobody gonna believe a rumor about Elon Musk. He has too much money for them to be believing stuff like that. Bro.
I don't know, because it's the people with a lot of money that be doing weird shit behind closed doors. If somebody told me that there's an allegation of Elon Musk, bro, I might just believe it. That motherfucker kind of weird, man.
Bro, he's worried about rockets, bro. He not worried about anything but that.
He might be trying to shoot rockets.
Nah, he might be worried about some type of butts. You just don't know it. I don't know. I'm not saying nothing bad about Elon Musk. I don't know what the hell he be doing, but with them billions of dollars, he get somebody ass to shut up real quick. I'm telling you. If that motherfucker paid me $1 million to keep my ass quiet, you best believe I wouldn't say nothing. The fuck? Money is what make this shit work. How you think these motherfuckers be going on 40, 50 years, you know, from when this shit happened? Look at Bill Cosby. How the fuck you think he kept him quiet? It's his fucking money.
Damn, yo, they spoke out when the money ran out, yo.
Probably.
That's usually what happens.
I'm not gonna cap. Some of them probably got paid, and then some of them probably hopped on the bandwagon to get paid.
Damn, bro. So they spoke out when the money ran out.
Look, all I'm saying is, look, I don't give a fuck who Elon Musk is. His bank account could talk for him. If you need me to keep quiet, I'm just saying.
Bro, all right,
I got some ice your lips, man.
That brings me to a good question though. Like, all right, so if rich people run everything, right? If
Right.
if money rules the world, it obviously does, right? Where is there any equal playing ground? Is there like any
No,
place where we're on this they're on the same level as them?
no.
No.
As long as money is involved, you can buy anybody
The
out. It
only
happens
time you're like,
every.
on this equal level as them is when you're dead.
Holy shit.
No, it's not happening. Even then,
Sometimes they get buried a little deeper.
just a little bit.
Walt Disney's brain is frozen right now, so I mean he could come back at any moment.
Yeah.
I'm getting cremated for cheap.
I mean, shoot. Look, now y'all put it that way.
Bro, you could literally have like 5 rich people and then a million average people, and then it still won't matter, bro. It won't.
It might take 1,000,000 people just to equal one.
Right.
I can see that happening too.
It's just we're not on equal terms, bro. As long as money is involved, I don't give a fuck what it is. Money, you could buy anything.
But like when I think about stuff like that, like when it comes to like how money rules the world, I feel like that's just a big part of it that contributes to it is like the toxicity of the American dream, you know what I'm saying? And like even though like cool, like being rich is a lot of people's ultimate goal, like I mean that's how we as lower class people get on the same playing field, you know what I'm saying, where we can change stuff is by getting rich. But some people when they get up there, they be forgetting what their mission was, you know what I'm saying?
They do forget their mission, bro.
Not only that, but some people be on that mission and then fail.
Mm.
It ain't an easy ass mission. We talking about it like that shit happen tomorrow. Like that shit ain't easy.
Takes time, bro.
It's crazy, bro, because everybody's like, "Oh, money ain't everything."
I don't know. It's a lot of shit. I tell you that it may not be everything, but I tell you what, it'll make a lot of your shit easier.
You can move some mountains.
You could make some shit happen with some money. I tell you that. A lot of things will start to fall in place. You guys got some bread. They be having. It's just because they had the bread so long, they don't know what to do with it. Shit, give me your money. But yeah, like I don't know. There's so many things that could happen when it comes to just if somebody had the bread versus somebody not having the bread, like just daily things that are made easier. Like, I mean, for one thing, they don't even really have to work like we do. They don't have to,
They don't.
But there's a lot of things that they could buy out by just paying a little bit more money. As long as they got more money in store, So it's just like, and another thing about what you said earlier, like people be forgetting their mission. It's like, I mean, on one hand, that is kind of crazy, but on the other hand, I can't really blame them because it's like, well, damn, you finally made it. You really want to ruin that shit for yourself? Not necessarily that it would be ruined, but like you taking the side against all the other millionaires and billionaires, you're gonna be looking kind of funny to them. And they could tear you down. We might not be able to, but they can.
The world can cancel Jay-Z and he'll still be straight.
Yeah. But let those people that are lining his pockets do something about that. I tell you what, he won't be siding with us no more.
I didn't even think about that, bro. I did not think about that. Like, cause once you're up there, like, you wanna maintain your position. So
build
like
as many connections as possible.
Yeah.
And if your connections don't agree with what you're saying, they pull out real quick.
Wow, that's true. I think about the bruh, like I honestly think about that a lot whenever I watch like an episode of like Law and Order SVU, and like a guy, it's usually this really wealthy guy, taking advantage of young girls, and they try to bring him down, but I mean, nobody gonna snitch because they snitch. really wealthy guy going to take them down. You know what I'm saying? They gonna be off the totem.
Exactly.
So it's just crazy.
You going against some crazy people like Colin Kaepernick, for example. Nobody wanted nothing to do with him, but
That's
I mean,
facts.
what he was doing was right. But a lot of people didn't want anything to do with him because of the way his image was being projected.
That's facts, bro.
So you either going up with the people or with the money.
That's so unfortunate, bro.
It really is.
To this day, I even hate that fact that happened, bro, because it's just like literally what he was fighting for, bro, was the whole entire all the rioting and stuff, the whole George Floyd incident, Ahmaud Arbery, all that stuff, bro. It was literally what he was taking a knee for, and then everybody's worried about the flag and all this extra stuff that wasn't even the main point of what was happening. What he was talking about was Black Lives Mattering, and it's not that Black Lives don't. And that's the thing, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. How people are split on that. Like, I really feel like it's just a lack of understanding that people aren't really listening. That's the issue. Nobody ever wants to like listen because nobody is saying like, oh, blasey blasey blah, Black lives are superior over. Nobody is saying that, bro. We're saying that Black lives should really be under a microscope at this moment in time because of everything that's going on. Because at the end of the day, all lives are equal.
Exactly. But there's two issues with that. One, I mean, it's hard for us to agree on anything. But another main issue is that people will take things, especially when it comes to social media, and twist the narrative completely. I have seen people on the internet try and say that Black Lives Matter is a terrorist organization. I'm dead ass serious. I have seen this multiple times on the fucking internet. I'm like, you got to be kidding. Yeah. Like, is that a joke? But like, I'll look at these accounts and they're dead ass serious about this shit. And I'm not saying anything about anybody politically. I'm just saying, typically, when I look at these accounts, it got something to do with Trump too. But that's besides the point. It's like, where are you getting this information from? Yeah. Like, who's out here twisting this narrative? Like, when it's something so simple as the fact that we just want to prove the fact that our lives matter. That's all it's for. Yes, here we are saying this, that, and the third about the Black Lives Matter movement. It's a movement. It's not even a fucking organization. It's a movement.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, shoot. My bad.
I'm just saying, like, when it comes to social media, like Don was saying earlier, it's really easy to find the platform that goes with what you're saying and what you're thinking and believe that shit immediately, whether or not it's true. A lot of people won't fact check shit on the internet. They just kind of go with the shit and just roll with it, bro. And that's another problem too. Nobody ever wants to fact check. So if something is truly wrong, nobody's ever gonna fucking know because most of the people that are agreeing with this narrative aren't even gonna go out through the fucking internet, right on your phone, the same place as social media, to go check if this shit is even true or not.
Bro, I swear, bro, listen, like I say, bro, I'm not saying whether or not I believe that the ballots for the voting were off or not off, but I saw a meme, not a meme, a screenshot, I guess, that everybody was screenshot, and they showed a graph of like how the ballots were off and like, how there was a sudden jump. I swear I saw that ballot in a math book one time, bro. I'm not even gonna cap you. I swear I've seen it before. I swear I've seen that graph before in my stat book. And people do not want to look this stuff up, bro. They really don't. No, it's just all it takes is one person to say something, bro. I could go cap right now on the internet and say something, and then people are gonna be like, "Yo, is this true?" They won't even look it up for themselves. They'll be like, "Yo, is this true?" Like, yeah, it's true. And then they run and tell people, and then that's the running joke, and that's the running narrative that I could be like I don't even know, bro. It's just stupid. It really is.
Going back to when we were talking about with Colin Kaepernick, bro. He was a celebrity, and like we all know that celebrities have literally the most power, but that didn't even matter in his situation. So like y'all were saying,
Because he
like
was going up against the money.
exactly. So where's the hope? You know what I'm saying? Like where is the hope that we have as people? Because if celebrities can't even do it, you know what I'm saying? Where we gonna step in? Like
Well,
where
see,
is that?
the thing about it is, it's tiers to like who the celebrity is. To be honest with you, there's tiers because athletes, some people like, I don't know who said this, bro, but this lady said this about LeBron because LeBron was speaking out on social justice and all that, and she said, "Shut up and dribble a basketball."
I saw that. I forgot who said it, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
So if she's telling LeBron James, arguably, we're not even gonna get into whether he the GOAT or not, but arguably one of the GOATs of basketball, to shut up and dribble at basketball when he want to talk about something that's outside of his realm. Colin Kaepernick wasn't gonna catch a break.
Fuck no.
He wasn't. Mm-mm.
Yeah. The person who said that was Laura Ingraham from Fox News.
Stop.
I mean,
We just
you
want to
saying
make sure
stop.
y'all know her name.
I mean, you're saying stop, like they couldn't just look that up themselves.
Exactly. We're not gonna talk about that. I was about to talk about Karen, the Karen that was talking to LeBron like yesterday or whatever, and that blew up on Instagram. But that was crazy.
I don't even know what she said. What she say? Did it get released? What she said?
They was just arguing. She said he was talking to his husband, and then she got offended, and then he told her like, "Sit her bitch ass down" or something.
LeBron said that?
Yeah,
That don't even sound like that's in his character.
That sounds like some shit I would say. I'm not LeBron, so
that don't even sound like something that he would say.
you can say that as celebrity shit.
But I mean, yeah, bro. Like celebrities, there's different tiers to who you are as a celebrity. It really is, and what you say. Like, there's a huge difference between Lil Wayne saying invest in GameStop and Elon Musk invest in GameStop.
Oh hell yeah!
So basically, they gotta be white.
Not even really that, but like you just have to have
You
a
gotta
lot
have
more credibility.
Yeah, not even credibility, money.
Yeah.
So they
gotta
gotta
have more
That's
money.
what I meant by credibility.
So they gotta be white and wealthy.
Jay-Z could say it.
Okay.
It wouldn't. You see, if Jay-Z said it, it would rise by like $100. But if Elon Musk said it, it would probably be at 1,000 right now.
Well, yeah. I mean, you also gotta think they are in two different fields.
That is true. You're right. That is true. You're right about that.
Like,
but I mean, like, if Jay-Z said, "Don't ever listen to Trippie Redd ever again,"
all right, come on now.
It's not like people are gonna listen to what he's saying though.
I mean, to be fair, if Elon Musk said that too, I probably wouldn't listen. But like, if it comes to stocks or something statistical, I probably would trust Elon Musk. I'm not gonna cap, just because of like the field he works in. That dude is smart. I mean, he's smart enough to play everybody too. But I mean, you know what I mean, like.
But nah. All right. So I want to go back real quick. So I was thinking, right. So when I was thinking about like where we have the same opportunity as people, like wealthy people, right? The first thing that actually did come up in my head was the stock market, right? Because the amount of opportunities that you can make on the stock market just by like buying like a little stock and then having it blow up over time. There's a lot of opportunity for you to grow and get on the same playing field as rich people. But, I mean, shoot, that don't even matter because they can just shut it down. I mean,
if you went against their ideals and beliefs, then yeah, they would shut it down.
Just tell them shut down the app real quick for like 30 minutes.
And lose like $1,000 in the process.
They said we have to regulate it.
did y'all hear about that 10-year-old boy who he got like $3,000 from GameStop? Y'all
Oh
hear about
yeah, I did. I didn't read the story, but I heard about that.
he
Yeah,
got
we put that in the chat, didn't we?
y'all did. Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean he got $3,000? I read it. I thought he got 4,700.
It was like some at least 3,000, but he got his mom bought him a share of GameStop for Kwanzaa like a year ago, at least a year ago. It was a while ago. And then he
Kwanzaa.
got yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that was a shitty ass share, but that's besides the point.
But nah, bruh.
I wasn't going nowhere,
But even with the stock market and like how it's like a quote unquote
Wait a
even
minute. Hold on. How he get 3K when the game shot stairs only capped off at 500?
Bruh, I don't know. That's what the article said.
he probably had more than that.
Okay.
That might have been from the start. I don't know. I have to go back and look at it. He had to have more than that because that wouldn't make sense.
10-year-old GameStop investor. he turned $60 into over $3,000.
Yeah. I mean, although
I had to read between the lines because
now you see something like that, like we did have control over that. Like it was because of using social media platforms to group people together. Because like let's be honest, GameStop wasn't going nowhere if it wasn't for that. Neither was AMC, because let's think about it. Like their businesses were going down the hill, especially because of
GameStop was bankrupt, boy.
Yeah, GameStop was literally. If you didn't have to buy systems through them, sometimes, bro, they'd be gone.
they still don't even have enough money to recover.
They don't.
So like, out of everything, I hope that this does cause more people to look at the stock market and actually look at it and not just throw money into random shit in hopes that happens again.
No, it's the second one. It's the second one because I see it all the time, bro. Suddenly, everybody's like some kind of stock guru because they seen what happens, and they made a couple bucks off of GameStop, so they know what they're talking about.
I saw you post on Snap about that.
Bruh, because it's just like y'all was not here a year ago, bruh.
Exactly.
Y'all was not here a year ago, the year before that, 6 months ago. But now all of a sudden, GameStop go crazy. Now y'all pros, huh?
I'ma just sip my tea.
It really doesn't. Now they got these little stock group chats, huh?
I'm about to say, I'm not gonna lie. That's it's giving a lot of people a lot of room to cap. Like, oh, I made this much off of GameStop. Come follow me, and I'll help you make more.
Yeah.
It's helping a lot of people to cap.
It's just, bruh, I really hope people are just careful because, like, it's just people be lying, bruh. They don't not lie, but they be ignorant. Like, I could just say anything. I could just be like, "Yo, invest in the Solo Cup," and somebody will throw like $50 in Solo Cup and then get mad when they lose like half of that.
This nigga said Solo Cup.
But another thing about it though is like, because I was talking to my uncle about it, and like, he gave me a perspective on like one of the reasons why like they shut down trading was because like it could be people be like, "Yo, I heard GameStop hot. Well, I'm gonna hop on it." Well, you hopped on it when the peak happened, so you threw $500 into GameStop and you lost $300. Or you could have thrown more bread into that and lost a whole lot more bread. So it's just like, so I mean, partially like, part of it is like, yeah, what they did was messed up. But another part of it is like, I could see why that is not a good thing to do, to allow people to, because then people are losing money. Like, you throw your stimmy up in the GameStop. Well, you had a $600 stimulus. Do it when it was in $500. Now you lost $500 of the stimulus check, and now you only have $100 stimulus check.
Yeah, you tried doing that trading, and you only got $6 back. GameStop screwed you over once again.
How you gonna eat?
Hey yo, Lo, he said. Okay.
$500 for the stock. You got $6 back.
30 plus games. $30.
$10. Take it or leave it.
A Nintendo Switch. This shit just came out yesterday. $30.
And that's not including the store credit.
Enough for you to get a refurbished PS3 game.
It's just like, yeah, but like, bruh, people aren't knowledgeable, and I just want to tell people, like, bruh, learn it. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you can make money off of it, you can, but like, you just have to know what you're doing, bruh, and know how to like maneuver. Like, even like I said on my snap, like, I'm not even the most like, you know, I don't know the most about it, but I'm not dumb. Like, you know, I know what I'm doing. Like Darren, you know, that was smart. He threw the bread in there. But he ain't take it out.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that was about. Look, Darren, you my boy, but you really kind of.
He is down.
Oh no, man! You just
that wave
I'm
long
still not taking
gone.
it out. Yeah, bro, because that shit ain't jumping back up again.
That brother's
not to that extent,
bruh. And I hate it because like I really be like I be forget. Like a part of me be like, yo, I should really like tell y'all about something. Then I'm just like, I don't know. I would be happy. I'm like, cause I don't want to be like, I don't want to influence y'all in y'all decisions. So I'm gonna just. But
it's under that decision on our own instead of like you just telling us what to do and then you're liable for our fucking money.
Exactly.
But it's stuff like that, bruh. Like Darren could be like one of like a bunch of people who have done that. Like GameStop was at like I want to say open at like 300, closed at like 100.
Yeah, GameStop. That's how much I did. Was at like 101
in a day.
Down bad.
But a question I do have for y'all is, so I have two questions for y'all. So do y'all think we can make a change for, you know, this original topic about how, you know, we don't have any power? Is there a possibility that we can make a change? And if so, what is that thing that we can do?
I honestly don't think that we can. I mean, we can. We just gotta overthrow the government. But
what?
Okay, all right, back it up.
Go ahead and log off for me.
Whoa! There's a lot going on.
But
for liability reasons, we are not saying that we're going to.
Yeah, we all jokes. You know, my FBI agent listening, so. But I don't think we can, because I think it's really embedded to our like capitalist society, which is, I mean, it's bad and it's good. It has its pros and its cons, but one of the big cons is that like even if we wanted to change the system that we're in right now, money's still gonna rule the world, bro. And it's hard to get out of that because it's been embedded for generations. So like, it's really nothing.
They always try to claim that money don't rule the world, but it's so evidently clear that money.
No, that's how they try to finesse us, bro, by telling us that, man.
So I really don't think that there's a way that we can change it, unless anybody got a time machine and change the way they made you know.
Even that shit won't help.
Yeah, I don't even think that'll help, honestly. But
I would go that, but I don't think I would survive, bro. Columbus wouldn't like me.
Yo,
man,
shut up, bro.
Boy ends up getting taken out of the timeline. He gets shot.
Because I will rewrite history.
Yeah.
Dom who? Oh, Dom from my history book?
Dominic Beth. Look.
Your work?
Be like, these history books gonna look a lot different. I ain't gonna hold you. We gonna have a little more color.
A lot more.
We not gonna have a month.
Yeah, let me stop. But
Or like the month wouldn't be over. It'd still be going. I tell you what, I wouldn't be sitting where I am right now.
we wouldn't be making this podcast. But I don't I don't think we can change anything, honestly, right now. We can just try our best, but that's really it.
In my
Now,
opinion, bro. I'll be quick. In my opinion, bro. I don't think we can do anything, bro. We're stuck. We're stuck. It's an endless loop. It's a game that's just never gonna end, bro. It just sucks to say that, but as many steps forward that we take, bro, we take double amount of steps back, bro.
Sure.
You would think like with the Black Lives Matter and everything going on, bro, like we made progress.
no.
Then you see some things on the news, and it's like, no, we did not make progress at all. We did not, and that's evident. We see it.
Shit, news, social media, you could look anywhere and you can see that we didn't make any fucking progress. If anything, that causes people to be even more divided just because we're talking about Black Lives. Like, regardless, my opinion is the fact that I do believe it is possible to make a change, but I don't believe it'll either A, happen in our lifetime, or B, I don't believe it'll happen because we can't decide on one thing to agree on, period, in America. Like, that's just almost it basically feels impossible for us. If we can't decide on one small thing as a group to do or to change, it's not going to happen as long as people keep having different ideals and mindsets. Like, one, we need a leader to unite us. Then two, we would have to stay united. Then three, we would have to try and do something without it getting shut down or regulated or whatever. With so many steps in place, like, that just wouldn't happen. I mean, again, we've seen things over time where we thought we might make a change, but nothing happened. So it's like, if we were doing shit, you know, all this time, like with Black Lives Matter, and that hasn't really brought anything, how the fuck are we gonna even, you know what I'm saying? How are we gonna change anything in the government? That's been there for years. That is too big of an organization for us to try and take it down without being united. That just doesn't make sense. So I believe it's possible, but for us to be united as one to make a change, that's the impossible part that I think.
I definitely, bro. At the end of the day, what I believe is just like the only way we can possibly make a change is not by like telling people, "Oh, we need to change this. We need to change this. We need to change this." All I can honestly say, bro, my best advice would just be like, "Yo, you gotta do what you gotta do, and you gotta follow the right thing, and you just hope and pray that like you get a bunch of people who hop on that wave and hop on the board of like doing what's right and living the right life and all that good stuff, and then you just hope that other people line in. That's it.
It's just a shame though, because for every person you get to hop on the right wave, somebody's hopping on the opposite side though.
The
That's
rod
correct.
wave.
Nope. Hey yo.
Yeah.
His heart been broke so many times. I'm stop.
But like, you're always gonna have somebody going up against the ideals that you stand for. And again, like, with that being said, and like, we can't even decide on one right thing. Like Nick said before, motherfuckers, even in this chat, we can't even decide on what we eat. When we be talking about that, we be fighting about what motherfuckers eat in this chat.
I still ain't had a hot pocket to this day.
Shut up.
That's a damn shame.
No.
I mean, I haven't had a bowl of chili either, so.
Bro, y'all, all right. Yeah, now y'all just all right. Look, we're not turning this to a conversation about that, but yeah, there's so many different, a lot of things have just changed over the years since Martin Luther King, and I believe is as we talked about earlier, it's become a lot harder to try and get people to be united about something so important. There's so many things in place that just make it a lot tougher for like if somebody did want to stand up and be the leader of this cause. That's if we can even find somebody to lead this cause that everybody would find, credible and didn't try and take down.
The way it's looking, I ain't gonna get that anytime soon. Our
If
best bet
ever
was
again.
Obama. That's to a certain extent.
Yeah, Obama ain't really he helped, but he had his limits, bro.
I mean, yeah, he still had to be backed by the government to do everything else, and
Exactly. So,
that says enough.
but yeah, bro. I don't know. I don't think. I mean, all like Lo said, I think the only thing we can do is just hope that future generations there'll be some type of change. Whether it's to our class system as a society, whether it's to rights as a
I want credit for what
minority or minority or like black individuals. So it's what I'm saying. We just gotta hope. That's really all we got.
Rella,
It's just
you got any? Go ahead, Lo.
I was gonna say, like, it's just a shame because I feel like so pessimistic about this, and I hate being pessimistic about such an important topic. But I mean, there's really not much we can do, and not many options we have, not many roads we can take. Like it just feels like we're kind of stuck in this situation,
Yeah, and it's really easy to feel that way too.
People have been hoping for this shit for years. This ain't nothing new.
Yeah, that is true.
Motherfuckers hoping for, back when my grandmother was my age, shit, probably, even before that, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, like, how much longer is it gonna take? You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, yeah, even though it'll take long, like if you look at the way like history works, history always repeats itself in some type of way. So one positive outlook that you can have on it is that, people have made change before, so it can happen again. So
I mean, people have made change, bro, but a new problem occurs is just wearing a different mask.
That's true.
Yes, that is very true.
It is true.
So, Rella, you got anything to say before we depart?
No, I mean, like, I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't say much this time. I ain't say much, but like listening to what y'all had to say, because a lot of y'all was saying the same thing I would have said anyway. But listening to y'all say and just talk about this was like really interesting because like I heard the different multiple perspectives. Me personally, on the original topic of do we have power, I agree more with Lo. I think we do have power, but it's when we band together. Because it shows like people, we do this all the time when we boycott, when we say we're not buying certain products. Like it works. It actually does work.
What about that Chick-fil-A sandwich you was smacking on?
Yeah, I was about to say.
I ain't say to incriminate me. But I ain't saying incriminate me like
say
that.
ban Apple, you gonna ban it, Joe?
All right, now y'all sorry. Y'all playing.
All right.
Well, go ahead, Joe.
Apple gotta do something real bad for me to say I gotta switch teams real
What's
fast.
worse than what Chick-fil-A did?
I was about to say after what you said Chick-fil-A was doing, that's not bad enough.
All right, listen. Don't eat at Chick-fil-A, y'all. Don't eat at Chick-fil-A.
But
don't tell him that because I'm gonna smash on Chick-fil-A, and if I get caught smashing on Chick-fil-A, then I'm in the wrong.
Hey yo, banging chicken literally disrespected us to our face, and yet you buying that motherfucking chicken 50 wings.
That's right. We name dropping banging chicken too.
But they're not doing what Chick-fil-A doing.
Don't hit up banging chicken. We only do hip hop
right,
down here,
because it was personal.
And I took that personal.
Hey yo, we was outside looking so stupid, yo. You still ordered 50 wings from him, yo.
But y'all ate them up.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Because I had to eat something, motherfucker. That's all you got.
I was hungry.
But they didn't get my money.
I don't know. Gandhi starved himself.
I'm not Gandhi, yo. I'm sorry. I'm not Gandhi.
I'm dead.
Gandhi didn't starve himself and then drink 8 shots of Bacardi.
All right. Well, all right. What you had to say, Terrell?
I was gonna say, at the end of the day, bro, we do have power. It's just that we have to unite. But like you said, the problem with unite is that there's always gonna be somebody on the opposite side, and that's the problem, bro. That people don't want to unite, like, bro. Like when you talk about like Black Lives Matter, bro, it's like you see this cause and you know what the cause is about, but like you want to tear it down so bad for what? For what?
Yeah.
Like, bro, like there's no need. Like it's I don't even know. Like, I'm not trying to say it's not their problem, but I mean, like,
That's how
it's
they
a
feel.
right. It's how they feel. It's a problem how they feel, but I ain't gonna get into that. But no, I really did enjoy listening to y'all talk this time around because, like, y'all, like I said, y'all was saying everything that I would have said,
This time around.
and because I usually talk on the other podcasts.
Oh.
Look, yo, stop cutting me off, bro. I didn't cut you off the entire time, bro.
My fault.
But yeah, yo, but yeah, nah, I really enjoy hearing what y'all have to say. I really do think that we can make a change. But like I said, we just have to band together to really do it.
Okay. Feel that. But any last words before we go?
Nah.
Happy Black History Month.
Happy
Yes,
Black
sir.
History Month. Even though we only get 29 days of it, we gotta make the best of it. Ain't that right?
Right.
We gotta get the shortest month. Seems like we always getting the short end of the stick.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, thank you for watching the podcast. It has been fun. It is your boy Dizzy. We had Lo, we had that boy Mos, and we had Rello, and we are signing out.